Welcome back. This is video 3 of 4, and in this video we are going to talk about special education services. Let's take a look at early intervention and how children benefit from early intervention. The first signs of speech or language impairment appear when toddlers and preschoolers do not achieve typical developmental milestones. Age is a critical consideration for speech impairments. As children get older, their speech sound develop over time. Articulation errors that occur at an early age may not be acceptable later. It is typical for children under the age of 6 to show high percentage of disfluencies in an exciting or stressful situations. 75% of children who suffer disfluencies recover as they get older. A child should not be labeled with speech disorder until the age of 6. Language delays are a common indicators of disability in very young children. Some children are late talkers and have language skill far below their same age peers. These children are slow to get their first 50 words or to combine words into phrases. They understand fewer words than their peers. They are not able to understand clearly and use few gestures when communicating. Very young students with language delays do not have to be identified as having specific disabilities. IDEA allows children younger than ages 8 to qualify for special education services under the category of developmental delays without being labeled or mislabeled with a specific disability. Let's look at the high quality early intervention services. High quality early intervention services that include language rich environments and early phonological awareness training can reduce the impact of language disorder. Phonological awareness skills develop during preschool years, and it is essential for reading. Examples of phonological awareness skills. Children with language delays may not be able to detect sound segments, match beginning sounds to their respective words, identify sound segments in words and phrases and rhyme. Early intervention in phonological awareness and the sounds that the letters of represents can reduce or prevent literacy problems. Preschool programs have language-rich environment where young children get the opportunity to explore, exchange ideas, and interact with familiar objects. Preschool teachers integrate language development into every lesson to engage students in interesting activities and also provide explicit instruction in pragmatics which improve students' social skills. Let's take a look at language-sensitive environments. Students with language impairments often make communication errors that can be mistaken for carelessness or rudeness. Language saturates everything that occurs in the classroom. Students with language impairments are at a distinct disadvantage. They have problems understanding simple instructions or written directions. These children are less likely to express their needs and feelings or what they have learned from a lesson. Students are often judged by teachers who are not familiar with the characteristics of speech and language impairments. Teachers might mistakenly believe that students did not read questions carefully, or they were working carelessly, or they were being rude. Teachers and peers who do not recognize the sign of a language impairment may experience frustration due to these miscommunications, and students experience reduced academic outcomes or peer conflict and exclusion. Let's look at teachers who create language-sensitive environments. Teachers who create language-sensitive environments can reduce or prevent some of the negative outcomes resulting from these miscommunication. Language-sensitive environments are classrooms where teachers identify and prevent potential communication breakdown, where language development is fostered, and where student language needs are being supported. A language-sensitive environment consists of an effective teacher who match their language to their students' comprehension abilities, who adjust, modify, and supplement instruction based on students' needs, who use relevant examples that are tied to student experiences and cultures, who provide multiple examples to illustrate a point or explain a concept, who use specific reference examples. Student might ask to open their book to page 105. Instead, they were asked to just open their book. They avoid indirect expression. Example of saying, "Do you get it?" They could say, "Do you understand how to complete your homework assignment?" These simple methods can prevent communication breakdown and provide extra language support. Let's take a look at these kids in their school years. Students with language impairment need extra help organizing their learning. In the series of the related videos, I talked about effective intervention for students with speech or language impairments. Examples are speech and language therapy and language-sensitive environment. Let's take a look at another type of intervention, which is also helpful to support students with language impairment, and this is learning strategies. Learning strategies are helpful to students who are disorganized learners. Students with language disorder might read a word over and over without using memorization strategy. They also have problems decoding and do not understand a simple quote. Learning strategies help students achieve their goal. And learning strategies training, which teaches students how to learn, is effective for students with language disorder. Learning strategies provide an explicit, specific process to follow and to learn information. In the next video, I'll move on to talk more about speech and language.